Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. I'm reaching my dreams with GUT. They're the ones for me. Since 1983, they've been serving the country, and we like all their financing, giving the people what they want, what they need, what they love. Come and join the family that's here for you all the way. From birth to graduation, your first job to your home and your car through your golden years.
The GT Credit Union has been actively supporting nation building through its many sponsorships and the programs including Financial Literacy Quiz, Pass the Torch Calypso Program, Junior Cooperatives in Secondary Schools, CPEA, and the TAMCC Grants. The Credit Union has helped many people make their dreams come true. Let them help you with yours. You don't have to be a teacher to be a member. So what are you waiting for?
GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
This is the GBN television news for today, Thursday, February 27th, 2020. In the headlines, 3 Italians quarantined as local health officials monitor for COVID-19.
PAHO chief calls on Caribbean countries to intensify COVID-19 preparedness.
The Grenada Bar Association upset over closure of the Supreme Court registry.
Coming up in the sports news, the semi-final spots in the GFA Club Championships remain open as the quarterfinals move into the second round, while Windward Islands Volcanoes battle against leaders Barbados Pride in the West Indies Championships. Details in a moment.
This is GBN, the nation's news leader. This segment is brought to you by Quartz Grenada Limited.
Why not stay in, turn off the alarm clock, and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz? For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
Good evening, I'm Kenroy, Baptiste.
And I'm Beverly, Teleford. Swift action by Grenadian health officials and immigration officers at the Maurice Bishop International Airport on Wednesday night resulted in the quarantine of 3 Italian nationals who arrived on an international flight.
The 3 who had left Italy 2 days earlier were considered persons of interest to the Ministry of Health surveillance and monitoring teams, which immediately screened, interviewed, and isolated the visitors from the general population at the airport's arrival terminal.
During the process, medical experts conducted an intensive probing interview and temperature checks, and with assistance from immigration officials, reviewers travel documents that revealed a specific travel history.
Now, the execution of the quarantine order on the visitors is in keeping with Grenada's efforts to prevent an outbreak of the coronavirus, COVID-19, on the island. The ministry has also notified the Italian consulate in Grenada. Health authorities are tracking travelers from Iran, Singapore, South Korea, Japan, and Italy, which have seen steady increases in the number of confirmed COVID-19 cases. Well, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell is urging the population to be vigilant about miscommunication regarding the coronavirus. He explained at a recently concluded Heads of Government meeting that every island leader expressed similar problems regarding miscommunication. Akeisha Felix says more.
The coronavirus, which started in China, has now reached several other territories, with the latest being Italy. However, so far, the Caribbean remains untouched by the deadly virus. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell, in addressing a gathering this week, said coming out of a recently held heads of government meeting, leaders are faced with miscommunication about the virus. He added that to date, no Caribbean island has any case of the coronavirus.
So I make the point today, we have no coronaviruses in our country at this point, and God help us that we continue to have none of it. In fact, the entire Caribbean region reported none of those. That at the recent heads of government meeting in Barbados, that was an issue that confronted every single CARICOM heads of government. And they all reported some of the same problems occurring in their own countries, where sometimes information coming out gives the impression that we have coronavirus around us already.
He implored the public to be mindful of statements being made regarding the virus.
We have to be careful, colleagues, because you never know what will meet you tomorrow. Our country is faced with problems in the past, and we had friends internationally and regionally that supported us. And when we have issues of that, we do not need propaganda or misinformation, because it affects every single one of us. There are some issues, brothers and sisters, that should not divide us.
The coronavirus has killed at least 2,800 people worldwide, with the vast majority being in China. Akeisha Felix for GBN News.
The director of the Pan American Health Organization, Dr. Carissa Etienne, is urging the Caribbean and other countries in the Americas to intensify their plans to prepare and respond to COVID-19, given the appearance of new cases of coronavirus in the region of the Americas. According to PAHO, the Ministry of Health of Brazil confirmed the country's first case of COVID-19 on February 26th. To date, COVID-19 has already affected 81,109 people in 38 countries of the world, 78,191 of them in China, according to the World Health Organization. Etienne says for several weeks, countries in the Americas have been preparing for the possible importation of cases of COVID-19. There are measures in place for detecting, diagnosing, and caring for patients with the coronavirus. She added that a strong emphasis on stopping transmission continues to be an important objective, while recognizing that the situation may vary from country to country and will require tailored responses.
You're watching News at 7. Rely still to come from us. The Supreme Court registry closes due to environmental concerns.
And caring for premature babies, the focus in GBN Health. This is News at 7. Stay with us.
Calling all vehicle owners, inspection and licensing continues, and at Hubbard's we want you to be ready. From February 16th to March 31st, registration numbers 2,501 to 5,000 with single registration letter, or registration numbers 251 to 500 with plural registration letters will receive 11% off new torque tires and PowerMax batteries. Don't get caught unprepared. Visit us today at the Motor Department in Mount Gay or the Tire Bay in Grand Anse near to the building supplies.
No, you can't stop this. We're out to get it with Lucas. Day and night, yeah, we're on this. I know you want this. Come on and taste the energy. Day and night, live your Lucas life. Live your Lucas life. Come taste the energy.
Good vibes only. Lucasade. Taste the energy.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging. 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like. 350 local anywhere calls and texts. With the always-on prepaid plans, all for $25. Keep your number when you switch to Grenada's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
Grenada, all you think all you mad? You think you're mad, we mad, we madder than you. Get ready for the maddest bingo ever as Megaforce Promotions presents the massive March Madness Bingo. Sunday, March 1st from 5 p.m. It's gonna be pure madness at the National Stadium because you can win 2 mint-condition Toyota RAV4s.
Megaforce giving away RAV4 just so?
But wait, that's not all. You can also win $35,000 in cash.
No, that is real madness.
Tickets are only $60 for one, $100 for two. Remember, if you don't have a ticket, you don't have a chance to drive away in a RAV4 and $35,000 in cash at the massive Megaforce March Madness Bingo. Brought to you by Carol Lanell, GoToFed.com, Mikey Live, and Waggy T Rentals and Sound Company.
You think you're mad, we mad, we madder than you.
The Aedes aegypti mosquito spreads the dengue, chikungunya, and Zika viruses. It only needs a small amount of water to breed. Check for stagnant water regularly. Buckets including the rim should be drained and kept dried. Avoid using flower pot plates, but if you do, ensure they're emptied every 2 days. Get rid of water that settles in potted plants. Dish rack trays should be emptied daily. If your pipe leaks, throw away the collected water and rectify the leakage promptly. Mosquitoes also breed around the roots of plants. Change the water, rinse the roots, and scrub the vase to remove mosquito eggs daily. Remember, by destroying mosquito breeding sites, we can prevent dengue, chikungunya, and Zika.
Why not stay in? Turn off the alarm clock and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz. For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
Use clay, it washing cleaner than ever. Oh mama, oi, oh mama, oi. In every household, must have it, oi. Highly effective, stain removal, lemon freshness, antibacterial washing powder. Fresh and clean, fresh and clean. When I put on me clothes, me must win. When I wash me clothes, no other detergent could ever wash me clothes like this.
Now buy 3 bottles of Place dishwashing liquid for only $8. Available at Best for Less Supermarket, Eat Fresh Supermarket, M&C Joe's Supermarket, Home Pride Supermarket, The Food Fairs, Carenage and Grandans, Roberts Enterprise, Springs Food Mart, and Charlo's Supermarket.
Other Place products available: hand sanitizer, fabric softener, hand washing liquid, dishwashing liquid, and toilet cleaners. Distributed by Fortune Foods Company Limited, Tempe St. George.
My name is Ed Southgate. I'm from West Tech Building Products in Calgary, Canada. We supply St. Louis UPVC windows with a North Americanized European window system, as well as a slider system that's for residential homes. The commercial system is good for hotels, hospitals, any commercial buildings, as well as high-end homes. Our products are all tested to AMA standard, which is the North America standard for windows and doors. Our PVC also has 10 parts TiO2, which is high in the industry, that we feel gives it the longevity that he requires because of the harsh climate that you guys are in for sun and wind and rain. West Tech Building Products has partnered with Mohammed from St. Louis UPVC to offer him one of the higher end products that are available in the marketplace. This is my second visit here, and we check the quality of the product and the way their processes are to ensure they follow the standards that we set when we first came here over just almost a year ago. And I think that with that quality quality, you can be assured you'll have the performance in the windows that you're looking for your homes or businesses that are available now right here on the island.
When I need shelter, warmth, security, I know you'll be there. Something in these moments lets me know you care. Maybe the way you shield me, maybe it's your smiles and the way you tell me it's okay to try. Now I'm invincible. I can pack my sack. I can take the long road, 'cause it's okay to look back if I am scared. I know you're there. Arise, together there's no limit to what we can do. Arise, with no wings, fly. Arise, and we're so high, enjoy the view.
This is Ariza, your financial freedom, your future.
You're watching News at 7. The Supreme Court Registry of Grenada is on shutdown over the next 48 hours due to poor environmental conditions there. The services of the registry will be relocated. However, according to the president of the Grenada Bar Association, no final arrangements were given by the authorities. Akeisha Felix reports.
On Thursday, the Grenada Bar Association was made aware of the imminent shutdown of the Supreme Court Registry of Grenada. This came about as action is required to immediately address dangerous environmental conditions at the building housing the registry. President of the Grenada Bar Association, Lisa Taylor, said the authorities were fully aware of the environmental problems of the registry. Taylor noted that adequate preparations must be made as it relates to short-term housing for these documents. She added that with the disruption of the registry, both the public and the legal fraternity are affected. Therefore, she is calling on the relevant authorities to have this rectified sooner rather than later. Meanwhile, the Minister for Legal Affairs, Kendra Matthew Stewart, said an official statement regarding the shutdown of the registry will be provided on Friday. Akeisha Felix for GBN News.
The Ministry of Infrastructure is working closely with the Ministry of Education in eliminating some of the health challenges faced by schools. These challenges range from mold infestation and bat invasion to dilapidated buildings. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Infrastructure and Implementation, Marina Jessamy, explains the problems to be addressed.
Major focus this year, as last year, will be schools, the maintenance program for schools. In that, we have reports of schools that have challenges for mold, challenges for cleanup and so sewage issues, and we want to make sure that we create a healthy environment. We work closely with the stakeholder engagement officer in the Ministry of Education and also the Chief Education Officer. And so the CEO and her team, they give us the list, and I'm very happy to say that to support all these projects, because all these projects require preparation of scope of works, and that is why we hired 4 building technology technicians to ensure that we can do the scope of works as well.
To manage the scope of work, the Permanent Secretary says they have assigned engineers to the various sectors and ministries and, by extension, constituencies.
To stay on schools, we want to maximize the holiday seasons to refurbish schools. We started earlier the year, you would see we were in Boca Secondary School, but we have a number of schools listed, a number of medical centers where we have reports that there are challenges with the safety or with maybe molds or whatever. We are now in consultation with a mold specialist, and so that when we have a concern, we can direct that person to give us a report and also take action. The chemicals we will use to address these issues, we ensure as well that they are environmental friendly and safe and meeting certain certification standards.
A premature birth is a birth that takes place more than 3 weeks before the baby's estimated due date. In other words, a premature birth is one that occurs before the start of the 37th week of pregnancy. This evening in GBN Health, we focus on premature babies and how we can care for them. More in this Rena Pear report.
Premature babies are babies who are delivered at 37 weeks and under and often have complicated medical problems such as underdeveloped organs, smaller than usual bodies, and digestive problems. Depending on how much care your baby requires, he or she may be admitted to an intermediate care nursery or the neonatal intensive care unit, NICU. Joanne Brathwaite, pediatrician and neurologist at the General Hospital, says most premature babies at the hospital born at 28 weeks and over have a 80% chance of survival.
In terms of the care that's required for these babies, as you may well imagine, they're born pretty early. Those that are born at like around 28 weeks are pretty early, and they require a lot of specialized care. Luckily for us, we're able to offer that level of care that's required for a 28-weeker. So when they're born this early, things aren't developed as a term baby, right? So their lungs are pretty undeveloped, so we have to offer them support. It ranges all the way from just requiring little nasal cannulas, which are little prongs that you can put into the nostrils, all the way up to intubation, meaning putting a breathing tube to assist their breathing.
After the babies are released from the hospital, parents are now responsible for giving special care to them, as the babies are still young and will be prone to illnesses. A number of precautionary measures must be taken: proper hygiene practices, not passing the baby from hand to hand, monitoring siblings, among others.
So they're more prone to developing infections. So we advise mommies, make sure that they get their vaccinations once they're, out in the community, and also make sure if anyone who's visiting that they're not themselves ill, they haven't had fevers, coughing, a runny nose, and that sort of thing, and also that they wash their hands really well anytime they're going to interact with baby or even baby's things.
The doctor says mothers are also taught by the nurses and doctors at the General Hospital on how to feed, dress, and monitor the babies in case of any complications. Dr. Brathwaite said while all precautionary measures may take place, premature babies can experience relapse and be readmitted to the hospital.
Some of our premature babies who would have had issues with breathing preliminarily, they can go on to develop what we call a chronic lung disease as a sequelae. Some of these kids may be prone to have symptoms kind of similar to asthma. They may wheeze when they get respiratory infections. So it's not uncommon for us to have our premature babies being readmitted later on in life for care.
Premature births can be triggered by infections, chronic illnesses, among others during pregnancy. For GBN News, I'm Rena Pear reporting.
GBN Health was brought to you by Gittins Healthcare.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Grenville, and Central Deputy Street, Wall. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Still to come, Grenada among countries in a process of formulating a plan to reduce risk through early warning systems. More news after the break.
The Grenada Steel Band Association invites you to a massive gala and benefit concert in honor of David Peck Edwards. Let's pay tribute to this living legend of Steel Band. Sunday, 1st March 2020 at the Spice Basket, Royal St. George's. Starting time 5 p.m. sharp. Come witness performances from New Dimension Steel Orchestra, Suzuki Food Fair Pan Wizard, Republic Bank Angel Harp, Common Cherub, Rainbow City All-Star, Band Level Steel Orchestra. Also featuring music from the Back in Times Band with guest performances from Beasts, Color, and Black Wizard. Special performances by James Clarkson, Cecil Noah, Lauren Ramdani, Regan Mendez, Kenneth Mark, Conception Dance Company, and the Tivoli Drummers will also be there. Contributions will be accepted at the door. Sunday, 1st March 2020, gala and benefit concert. Spice Basket in honor of David Peck Edwards.
Coming to Grenada.
One of the most spectacular concert events in Christian music. It all happens 7 p.m. Saturday, March 21st at the National Cricket Stadium.
Featuring 5-time Grammy-nominated and 7-time Dove Award winner Karen Peck and New River.
From the American television show The Voice, Emily Ann Roberts.
From Canada, the amazing music from the Titans.
From the island of Jamaica, the talented and gifted Foster Triplets. Plus, the best of Grenadian gospel artists.
Again, this all happens 7 p.m. on Saturday, March 21st at the National Cricket Stadium with some of gospel music's finest. Karen Peck and New River.
Emily Ann Roberts.
The Titans.
The Foster Triplets.
And more.
Tickets sold at all ticket outlets. Proceeds go towards enhancing youth work in Grenada.
It washing cleaner than ever. Oh mama, oi. Oh mama, oi. In every household must have it, oi. Highly effective. Stain removal, lemon freshness. Antibacterial washing powder. Fresh and clean. Fresh and clean. When I put on me clothes, me must win. When I wash me clothes, no other detergent could ever wash me clothes like this.
Now buy 3 bottles of Place dishwashing liquid for only $8. Available at Best for Less Supermarket, Eat Fresh Supermarket, MNC Joe's Supermarket, Hope Pride Supermarket, The Food Fairs, Carenage and Grand Anse, Roberts Enterprise, Springs Food Mart, and Charlo Supermarket.
Other Place products available: hand sanitizer, fabric softener, hand washing liquid, dishwashing liquid, and toilet cleaners. Distributed by Fortune Foods Company Limited, Tempe St. George.
As the world prepares for the 2020 Summer Olympics, some of the world's top athletes will begin their journey to Tokyo, right here in Grenada.
Everything comes down to this moment.
The 4th Annual Grenada Invitational takes place on Saturday, April 4th at the Karani James Athletic Stadium. World-class athletes.
From an athlete's perspective, I understand and value the experience that an athlete has when they come to a place like Grenada.
World-class event.
Because it feels safe. It feels warm.
World-class venue.
It's beautiful. You've got a stadium right by the sea.
Grenada Invitational, Saturday, April 4th. Tickets to the Grenada Invitational are now available online at gotofed.com.
Tropical shipping is fast and reliable. Always on time, safe and affordable. Friendly staff here to connect you. Tropical worldwide, you must get you. Shop online and you get it on time. Hassle free to meet your deadline. Consolidate any size, any load with tropical shipping, so we ship everything. I can't wait to ship with tropical. Can't wait. No package too big, too small. I cannot wait to ship with tropical. No package too big, too small. Just ship with tropical.
Local agents, George F. Huggins and Company, Grenada Limited. Telephone number 440-8787 or visit our website at www.tropical.com. Email us at grenadasales@tropical.com. Tropical Shipping, committed to island life. It's new, innovative and classy, and a cut above the rest. Your one-stop shop for bathtubs, kitchenette, customized doors and windows, and even a new paint job. We also sell quartz and solid surface countertops. At M&N Hardware, we offer best prices, excellent service, efficiency, and reliability. Visit us at Dusty Highway, Grandin, St. George, or call telephone number 440-6757. M&N Hardware, from foundation to roof. Let's build together.
Spice Isle Exploration Inc. will be hosting its grand opening this Sunday, March 1st on Grandans Beach near Seaview Apartments. Come and enjoy our brand new paddle boards, pedal boats, the exciting hydro bikes, clear bottom kayaks, snorkels, and much more from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's the launch of Spice Isle Exploration this Sunday, March 1st on Grandans Beach. Don't miss this exciting chance to have some major fun.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 70 channels and 12 in HD. All for $200 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Welcome back. Grenada is one of 3 countries in the process of formulating a plan that aims to reduce risk through early warning systems. A 2-day forum convened on Thursday at the Maurice Bishop International Airport involving representatives from 6 sectors. Chrislina John has the details.
The 2-day forum is aimed at reducing climate-related risk through early warning information, with specific focus on the meteorological services as the agent responsible for issuance of early warnings. A first round of consultation was held in 2018, which took into consideration 6 priority sectors such as agriculture, disaster management, health, energy, and tourism, developing a localized plan on how best to mitigate against the crisis of climate change and climate variability. Adrian Trotman, head of the Caribbean Institute for Meteorology and Hydrology, says they have been meeting with officials of the meteorological services in the region. They are hoping, he says, to have the final draft completed by May this year.
The whole idea here is building, or based on the guidance from the Global Framework for Climate Services, that we build climate services in Grenada. So we are establishing a roadmap, a path for the future. Can early warning, that's one of the main areas of focus. How can early warning reduce risk in these sectors? Right? What do we do to make sure that our services, our sectors, our socioeconomic sectors particularly, are at less risk, or they might be at risk. But knowing that, then what do we do to mitigate those risks, to mitigate the impacts that come out of those risks?
Trotman says when the productive sector becomes less productive because of climate, it affects the entire country. He says they are looking towards the formation of a National Climate Service Committee that will oversee climate services in Grenada. CEO at the Maurice Bishop International Airport, Wendy Francis Williams, admits that aviation services also contribute to climate change. Francis Williams offered some areas for consideration.
We must have a proven methodology for identifying and dealing effectively with the impacts associated with climate change. Therefore, a formal risk assessment and clear response process must be outlined. Ideally, for an airport, a climate change adaptation plan should be part of an airport's master operation and development plan, making it easier to combine the financial, operational, and human resource requirement into an overall corporate perspective.
Christina John, GBN News.
The Eastern Caribbean Central Bank says it has received applications for the sale of CIBC, First Caribbean International Bank, and is now assessing the proposals. The ECCB confirmed it is assessing the proposed majority sale to GNB Financial Group in a $797 million deal for the Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce. We get more in this report.
Governor Timothy Entwine has confirmed that the ECCB has received a formal application from the indigenous banks which are proposing to purchase the RBC operations in the Eastern Caribbean. The governor made the announcement following the recent 95th meeting of the Monetary Council of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank held in St. Kitts. Addressing the media, he said although Barbados is the lead regulator, all central banks are involved.
We are working with regulators across the region in respect of the first matter. As you know, the first matter of FCIB is not just an ECCU matter. In fact, it is across the Caribbean. So Barbados is the lead regulator on this matter, but all central banks are involved. There has already been a college of regulators, that is to say, a meeting of the supervisors, bank supervisors on this issue. That was held at the end of January. And the application is now being assessed.
CIBC and RBC are the latest Canadian financial institutions to signal their intention to sell significant holdings in the Caribbean. In 2019, the Bank of Nova Scotia completed the sale of much of its stake in the Eastern Caribbean to the Trinidad and Tobago-based Republic Bank.
In respect of the RBC operations, having received the application this week, we've now commenced our assessment of the applications, and we will evaluate it on its merits. In respect of the exodus of the Canadian banks, that has been foreshadowed for some time now. This is not a new development, and so the Council has taken this matter in stride. The position of the Council and certainly the bank has always been that in light of this development, the additional responsibility does fall on our indigenous banks to take more of the load, as it were, in terms of the banking system in the ECCU. And a lot of the efforts have been to support our indigenous banks to be able to take that additional responsibility.
Joseph McKee-Smith, GBN News.
Time for this evening's GBN iSaw compliments Clear Vision Eye Center. Tonight's iSaw features pictures from Children's Mass in Trinidad and Tobago. The children are featured in some elaborate costumes as they parade on Carnival Tuesday events. You can send in your photo and video submissions via our social media platforms.
A good eye captures all. GBN iSaw is brought to you by Clear Vision.
You know us, but we knew. You feel at home with every visit. An experienced team offering personalized courtier service and trendy brand name lifestyle products. We cherish changing the vision care landscape one customer at a time. Clear Vision Eye Center. People and technology coming together to help you see the world with a clearer vision.
When we return, the Alliance of Evangelical Churches unveils its first logo to the general public.
And the pastor speaks out on nakedness during carnival season. Stay with us.
Make that switch to the communal. Take the freedom, take the switch. 2020 is the time. Take the option, pay nothing down. Make the move you finally found. Make that move right now, baby. Lower interest, great again. Switch 2020 eases pain. Members standing with each other. Help each other win again. Make that move right now, baby. Move your loan and you to CCCU. Call us at 440-1755 for details.
Offer extended until the end of February 2020.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Golden Mass invites you to the launch of The Realm, home of the supreme gods and goddesses. Join us as we display our spectacular costume design for Spice Mass 2020. March 7th, Spice Basket, featuring the best entertainers, our ambassadors, Natty and Tunda, Jab King, Chaos and LED, our hype masters for the night, Kevin Crown from New York, Select a Beast, and Smiley. Gates open at 9 p.m. Grab your tickets at Grenadian Optical, The Occasion, Big Barbershop, Double Up, and online at gotofed.com. Sponsored by Fast Cash, Swiftback, Body Image, Junction Bar and Grill, Monster, Jackpot City, Go to Fed, Party Grenada, and Boss FM. March 7th, Spice Basket. Welcome to the realm, to the realm, to the realm.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
We all want a home that matches our way of life. But it's not just about building or buying a dream home or purchasing land with the most breathtaking view. It's about finding the bank that would make you feel at home. A Home Easy Loan from Republic is your best choice. It's more than a mortgage, it's peace of mind.
Visit any of our 6 branches. Submit your application forms on our website or talk to us on Facebook. Experience peace of mind today. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back. The Alliance of Evangelical Churches unveiled its first logo to the general public as a symbol that represents all evangelicals with one voice under one organization. The Alliance of Evangelical Churches has been in existence for over 10 years. It has represented its members in many ways on issues that affect them in the community. President of the Alliance, Devon Rashe, gave a detailed description of the logo.
I'm going to begin with the most dominant color in the logo, which is the red. And the red in the logo represents the blood of Christ. And you will notice that the red is positioned around the logo. And that is to show that we are shielded and covered by the blood of Christ. Then we have the gold. And the gold will represent the biblical injunction that we are the light of the world. Yeah. The green also represents the holistic growth of individuals within the body of Christ. We believe that as the Alliance, we have a responsibility.
Pastor Ashe says that with this milestone, the Alliance will now embark on implementing a number of campaigns that will address social issues in the communities.
Next month, for example, you will hear of the Respect Yourself campaign, and you'll also see the launch of our Youth Commission, which will bring together youth leadership from various churches across our nation to address matters specific to youth. And we believe that in this time, that as a body, we have to be more proactive and not reactive. And this is the reason why we have developed this strategic plan, so that we can address issues. We don't have to wait until something arises to respond to it, but we are proactive. There are enough things within our society that we have to be.
President of the Alliance of Evangelical Churches, Pastor Devon Roche, speaks out on the issue of nudity during the carnival season, as it brings great concern to the nation and the Alliance.
In addressing the issue of nakedness during the carnival season, President of the Alliance of Evangelical Churches, Devon Roche, says the organization is concerned about the level of nudity that will be out for the 2020 festive season. This issue, he said, is one that is not only a concern to his organization, but also to many Grenadians.
This is us as a country speaking about this concern related to what we are seeing emerging in our society. And I know that there will be some people who say that carnival is business and people are coming, and if we have rules, we're going to turn off visitors and so forth. But I believe that there have to be certain boundaries in everything. If this is our culture, as we claim that it is, then let us be true to the culture. And I mean, every Grenadian knows that this expression that we have seen is not culture.
The pastor went on to say that he was very disappointed with the retraction of the first statement made by Spice Mass Corporation on restrictions for revelers. He is advocating for standards to be maintained.
Some people will make the argument that we should not and we cannot tell them what to wear. And I agree with them. We should not have to tell them, don't do this. They should know that you should not go to the street dressed like that. When you look at some of the videos and so forth of what carnival used to be many years ago, what we're seeing now in terms of the costume does not reflect what held in the past. When we speak about some of our traditional dances and our folk dances and so forth that we know very well, and how our people used to dress with their folk wear, it was not the type of nakedness.
Roche made this appeal to 2020 masqueraders.
I want to make an appeal here to persons when you go out to masquerade, that you have to remember that there are young people in our society that look up to you as role models. There are persons who are teachers, there are persons who hold very prominent positions within our society, politicians and otherwise, who have young people looking up to them as role models. And some of these young people are going to be in the same bands that you will shop in, and you have to ask yourself whether how you'll dress on that day represents what you want these young people to model after.
For GBN News, I am Rena Perry reporting.
Coming up from us, the weather and the sports news. See you now.
My name is Hollis Map, aka Mr. Killer. Why should I drink any other rum than the Clark's Court rum, when Clark's Court is the rum that supports my community, my culture, my country? A long time ago, my ancestors used to work in the cane fields. Today, we own the rum, Clark's Court rum, Grenada's #1 rum. But my people, if you drink, don't drive. When you drink responsibly. And if you're under 18, don't drink at all. Clark's Court rum, Grenada's #1 rum.
Grenada, 1795. One man with a sense of destiny.
Tonight we stand our ground. Tonight we stand on the side of history.
14,000 slaves with a dream and a promise. Julien Fedor, a Heritage Theatre production, written and directed by Chris DeRiggs, 28th and 29th March, 4th and 5th April at the Trade Center.
People was not made to live like this. It's like we have a cause.
Julien Fedor, an action-packed historical drama.
I see blood falling from the sky, filling up that mountain river, flowing from Belvedere Hills. I see blood.
4 big nights of theater, the play the nation has been waiting to see, with Sam Ogilvy, Lisa Grappy James, Robert White, Dale Devine, and other top-of-the-line acting talents. Opening Saturday, 28th March. Get your tickets now.
It's detox time again at Nirvana Natural Health Clinic Detox Center. The festive season is over, so let's start 2020 looking and feeling like a boss with our many body cleansing options. Purchase detox products as low as $50. Purchase detox combo packs as low as $100. Receive 10% off on all in-house colonic irrigation treatments. Take control of your health now. Don't delay. Call us on 231-6642, 418-7115, or 449-7753. We are located in Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area. These offers are valid from January to March or while stocks last. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic Detox Center. Detox your way to health.
And so it begins. A journey like no other. Jungles so lush, they make emeralds jealous. Water that sparkles like diamonds. Mountains with more facets than precious gems. This is where good times are had, where love is strengthened, where memories are formed. And when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will never fade. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
Esplanade Mall St. George's, Maurice Bishop International Airport, and Sandals Grenada Resort. Telephone number 230-1023.
Keeping an eye on the weather, this is GBN. We've got you covered.
The weather for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique valid for tonight and the following 3 days. Weather tonight generally fair, becoming partly cloudy at times, with few brief early morning showers possible. Tonight's minimum temperature 24.5 degrees Celsius. Winds east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour. Seas moderate, waves up to 6 feet in open water. Tides high at 6 p.m., low 11:45 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow, Friday, February 28. Partly cloudy and breezy, morning and night with few brief showers possible, becoming generally fair and breezy during the afternoon. Weather for Saturday, February 29th, partly cloudy and breezy morning with few brief showers possible, becoming generally fair and breezy by midday. And for Sunday, March 1st, generally fair, becoming partly cloudy at times with few brief showers possible. Time now for your sports news with Tony Julien.
And good evening to you, sporting fans. We begin with the GFA Club Championship. They return on Friday with the second round of the quarterfinal, which sets the stage for which club will ultimately be the victor in the tournament. All matches are scheduled to be played at the Fur Recreational Ground in St. Patrick and will feature Eagle Super Strikers batting against Giants Hurricanes SC at 7 p.m. and GBSS FC versus Saab Spartans SC from 9:30 on Friday. In the first round, Eagles drew 1-1 with Hurricanes, while Saab will now have to overcome a 2-1 deficit after losing to GBSS. Saturday's matchups have St. John's Sport coming up against Hard Rock FC, who drew 1-1 in the first round from 7 p.m. And Shamrock in the second game will also be seeking to reduce a 2-1 loss to Fontenoy United to earn a place in the semis. On to Paradise FC International Under-15 leading Group B and Queen's Park Rangers Under-15 leading Group A. Going into this weekend Sandals National Under-15 tournament, Queen's Park Rangers Under-15. They've won their 2 matches and will face Bellevue Rangers Under-15 at Tantine at 3 p.m. Preceding that match at 1:30 will be Springs FC Under-15 against Royal Grenada Police Force St. Forces, and at 4:30 GBSS FC versus St. Paul's Under-15. North Stars take on St. John's Sport at 3 p.m. and Paradise FC International Under-15 take on SAFL Under-15 from 4:30 at Rose Hill. Finally, in a 3-game matchup at Queen's Park, Christian Strikers come up against FC Camohon at 1:30, followed by 5 Stars versus Combined Northerners and Fontenoy United taking on Hurricanes SC. More intense rivalries are expected, with the chasing teams eager to close the gap before it's too late, as the second half of the 2019-2020 West Indies Championship began on Thursday. The championship resumes following a 2-week break, with chart toppers Barbados Pride on 84.2 points, 23.4 clear of nearest rivals and 5-time defending champions Guyana Jaguars, heading into the 6th of 10 rounds in the 4-day competition. With a maximum of 24 points available to each side in every round, the race for positions that took place over the first half of the championship is expected to intensify over the coming weeks. Meanwhile, Grenadians Ryan John and Josh Thomas, through excellent bowling spells, are putting the fight to tournament leaders, the Barbados Pride, on day 1 of the 6th round. Windward Islands Volcanoes, having won the toss, chose to field and slowly chipped away at the batting lineup for Barbados. John and Thomas captured 2 wickets each. However, several cameos from Shane Mosley, 36, Sharmath Brooks, 33, and Justin Graves, 38, have kept the Barbados Pride in contention. Kyle Myers kept the middle order for Barbados intact as another Grenadian, Preston McSween, sought to break another partnership building between Myers and Kevin Stout. 96-run partnership, so again 96-run partnership from Stout, 46, and Myers, still unbeaten, catapulted Barbados to 228 for 6 from 132 for 5. After 68 overs, Barbados was 266 for 6. So I'll give you that score again, 266 for 6 for Barbados, with Kyle Myers unbeaten on 78 runs. And continuing with cricket, with the results from matches played on Wednesday at the GCIC Intersector Windball Cricket Competition, against Pacers were victorious in the first game after scoring 172 for 7 in 15 overs, as Kevin John chipped in with 47 runs. Opponents of his pros responded with 97 for 11 in 11.1 overs, as Steve Sargent took 3 wickets for 6 runs in 1.1 overs. Game 2 saw GPA Sport and Cultural Club defeating Central Cricket Club by 8 wickets. Central Cricket Club amassed 143 runs for 9 in 13 overs, with Alex Cummings leading with 54 runs. GPA Sport and Cultural Club replied with 148 for 2 in 13 overs, as Dwight Whiteman made 48 runs. It was a thrilling third game indeed, which saw Palm Tree Gardens scoring 95 all out in 8.4 overs. That ended in an anti-climax for opponents CCCU. That's despite Lyndon Humphrey taking 4 wickets for 15 runs in 1.4 overs. CCCU were restricted to just 17 for 9 in 7.2 overs, as Anselm John took 3 wickets for 10 runs in 2 overs and 1 maiden. The latest sport report there for you, but of course still ahead we'll have a recap of tonight's latest stories.
And now for a recap of the headlines. 3 Italians quarantined as local health officials monitor for COVID-19.
The Pan American Health Organization chief calls on Caribbean countries to intensify COVID-19 preparedness.
The Grenada Bar Association upset over closure of the Supreme Court registry.
Plus, in the sports news, the semi-final spots in the GFA Club Championships remain open as the quarterfinals move into the second round, while Windward Islands Volcanoes battle against Barbados Pride in the West Indies Championships. A reminder, if you missed any part of this newscast, the repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight.
Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Beverly Teleford.
I'm Kenroy, Baptiste. Thank you so much for joining us. Take care. We'll see you again. Good night.